Initially, the old technology has the advantage. Why? It's more reliable. It's well known, well understood. There's plenty of service technicians around. It's reliable. But as the initial problems are solved, of course, it begins to substitute for the other. New technology adoption typically occurs application by application. It doesn't just and it usually finds an application that the other technology does not serve well, and usually one that's not very attractive to the current provider. So it's usually typically a small niche. And in surgery, it actually occurs surgical procedure by surgical procedure because they're quite different. And so, it looks like this. You've probably all seen this. Geoffrey Moore wrote the book, Crossing the Chasm. Starts out with the innovators. Those guys are easy to sell, but it's hard to maintain their attention. The early adopters come along. They're willing to tolerate a fair amount of fiddle factor inconvenience, and their attention is a little better, but they're always looking at the next thing. And then you begin to using the early majority, and they won't tolerate much. I mean, they want it to be as fast. They just will not tolerate much fiddle factor. And then ultimately you get to the late majority and finally the laggards who come kicking and screaming only because they can't do it the old way. It's no longer available